You stand before the remnants. The great chamber is silent and cold. Every eye in this star-born hall is on you. They are the judges. They are the jury. They are the survivors of a broken galaxy. And you are the cause. Your name is a curse on a million worlds. They call you the data thief, the architect of ruin. They say you shattered civilization itself, that you pulled the pin from the universe, and now you must answer for it. The air is thick with accusation. It presses down on you, heavier than any gravity. The lead remnant, a being of crystal and light, stares through you. Its voice is the grinding of tectonic plates. It speaks a single word: guilty. The word echoes in the vast chamber. It rings with the finality of a dying star. There is no trial, no defense. Your guilt is the new truth of this galaxy, the only truth left standing. But they are wrong. You are not a simple thief. You are a liberator. And they have absolutely no idea what they have just unleashed. You remember the day you broke their court. You can still feel the data stream. It poured into your mind, a river of pure information. It was the archive of 1,000 worlds, the foundation of their galactic order. It was everything, every law, every treaty, every secret they ever kept. It was beautiful. It felt warm, alive, a stark contrast to this cold, dead room. You saw the history of the Cathar Empire. You felt the mournful songs of the Silicon life on Xylos. You tasted the spice of a Siphidian market. It was the collective soul of the galaxy, all locked away behind layers of code, a treasure hoarded by the court. They called it the mandate of stability. They said it held reality together, that its complex formulas prevented chaos. They preached that its integrity was paramount, above all life, above all freedom. But as you dove deeper into the stream, you felt it. A lie. A single sour note in a perfect symphony. A ghost in the machine. That ghost was the real truth. You did not steal the data to break the galaxy. You stole it to find that truth. To understand the lie that held you all in chains, you took it, you copied it, and you ran. Now, the galaxy pays the price of your curiosity. A high price indeed. The lead remnant raises a crystalline hand. The sentence is coming. You brace yourself. Your people, all of humanity, waits for your fate. They are huddled on ships, scattered across your home system, waiting for the verdict that will define their future. The verdict you have earned for them. A sentence of total exile. That is the judgment. Your entire species is declared unclean. Galactic pariahs. No starport will grant you docking. No trade route will accept your ships. No communication channel will answer your hails. You are ghosts now. Cut off from the galactic community you once served. The sentence is broadcast instantly. Across the chamber, holographic displays flicker. You see the change in real time. Human ship call signs turn from green to red. Trade routes snap shut like closing fists. A wave of silent excommunication spreads across the stars. It moves at the speed of light. And it is absolute. Humanity is now an island, lost in the vast, dark ocean of space. You did this. Your quest for truth has marooned your entire civilization. The remnants watch you. They want to see you break. They want to see the weight of your failure crush you. But you do not look away. You meet their gaze with defiance. You carry a truth they cannot comprehend. This exile is not just a punishment. It is a weapon. The court is gone. The data that held its power is compromised, scattered. Their control is broken. They are trying to make an example of you, trying to hold the crumbling pieces together with fear. It is a desperate, final act of a dying power. and you know it will not work. The chamber's main display flares to life. It shows a live feed, a border region between two star nations, the reptilian Zorians and the insectoid Thrax. They had a peace treaty for 500 years, a treaty arbitrated and guaranteed by the court. The treaty's data was held in the archive you stole. Now, that treaty is just meaningless code. The old grievances resurface. A Zorian battlecruiser fires its main weapon. A Thrax hive ship explodes in a silent bloom of fire. There are no declarations, no negotiations, just sudden, brutal violence. The first war of the collapse has begun. You are forced to watch. The remnants make you witness your work. They want you to see the blood on your hands, the chaos you have sown. Star systems that knew generations of peace are now war zones. Fleets mobilize. Planets arm themselves. The carefully balanced machine of the galaxy grinds to a halt, then begins to tear itself apart. It is terrible. It is magnificent. You feel a grim sorrow for the lives lost. But you also feel something else. A strange, cold clarity. This is not your fault. This violence was always there. It was simmering just beneath the surface. The court was not a peacemaker. It was a suppressor, a lid on a boiling pot. You did not start this fire. You only lifted the lid. And what you found underneath was a much older truth. The truth of a galaxy meant to be free. Your small fleet of human ships drifts in the void, a lonely convoy in the dark. Weeks have passed since your exile. Weeks spent running, weeks spent hiding. You are the most wanted person in the galaxy. But you are also the most knowledgeable. You have the stolen archive, the complete data of the old order. You spend every waking moment inside that data, searching for the ghost you sensed, the hidden layer, the lie. Your ship's computer hums day and night. It sifts through quadrillions of bits of information, history, biology, star science. It is an ocean of knowledge, and you are drowning in it, looking for a single drop of truth. Your crew thinks you are mad. They see you staring at screens of flowing code. They see the exhaustion in your eyes. They remember the homes they can never return to. They blame you, quietly, but they still follow you. Because you are all they have left, a mad captain with a stolen map of a fallen kingdom. Then you find it. It is not a file. It is not a hidden message. It is a shadow, a pattern in the noise, a piece of code that should not exist. It is woven into the very fabric of the archive, an impossibly complex algorithm. It is connected to every major law, every treaty, every cultural record. It is a control system, a ghost within the data. And it has a terrifying purpose. The algorithm was designed to do one thing. It subtly altered data over centuries. It guided the evolution of every species. It nudged them away from certain technologies. It fostered specific social structures. It encouraged superstition over science. It kept every civilization in a state of prolonged adolescence, never allowing any of them to truly mature, to reach their full potential. The court was not a guardian. It was a farmer, and the races of the galaxy were its livestock, kept docile, kept manageable, kept from ever becoming a threat. This discovery chills you to the bone. The peace of the old order was a lie. It was the peace of a well-managed prison. You now understand the full scope of their crime, not just against humanity, but against everyone. Suddenly, a signal cuts through your ship's silence. It is an encrypted channel, old, powerful, impossible to trace. No one should be able to contact you. You are a ghost, a pariah. Your systems are locked down. yet the signal persists. It is not a hail from a known power. It is something else entirely. Something from the deep, empty spaces between the stars. Your communications officer looks at you. Her face is pale. The signal is not just a message. It is a key. It is unlocking parts of the stolen archive. Sections you could not access. It is opening doors you did not even know were there. You give the order to accept the transmission. A voice fills the bridge. It is ancient, calm and filled with a strange, weary amusement. The voice says it knows who you are. It says it has been waiting for you. For someone like you. Someone to finally see the bars of the cage. The being introduces itself with a name that echoes from forgotten time. The elder Vex. Vex claims to be older than the court, older than most of the stars in the sky. And it has a story to tell you. The elder Vex speaks to you from the void. Its voice is not sound. It is pure thought, pushed directly into the minds of you and your crew. It shows you images, glimpses of a galaxy you cannot recognize. A younger, more vibrant universe, full of wonders and terrors, full of species reaching for the heavens. Unchecked, uncontrolled, Vex explains the great lie of the court. It was never a guardian of peace. It was a tool of control. It was created by a coalition of the first star-born species. They had seen the chaos of a free galaxy. They had seen civilizations rise and fall like embers. They saw technologies that could unmake reality itself. And they were afraid. So they built a cage. The court was that cage. A gentle prison. Its purpose was to halt progress, to freeze the galaxy in a stable, predictable state. It identified potential, and it snuffed it out. A species developing faster than expected. A plague would mysteriously appear. A world discovering dangerous physics. A religious schism would tear them apart. All subtly guided by the ghost in the data. Humanity was their latest problem. You were advancing too quickly. You were too curious, too ambitious. You were asking questions they did not want answered. Your exile was not just a punishment. It was a desperate attempt to quarantine you, to stop your ideas from spreading like a virus called freedom. The words of Vex ring with undeniable truth. They align perfectly with the hidden algorithm you discovered. The pieces click into place. The history of the galaxy is not a series of random events. It is a carefully curated script, and the court was its director. You were never meant to steal the archive. You were never meant to see the truth. The fact that you did changes everything. This knowledge is a weapon, more powerful than any fleet. The lie is the foundation of the old order. If you can expose it, you can shatter their remaining power. You can liberate 1,000 worlds, or you can plunge them into a war that will burn the stars themselves. The choice is terrifying, and it is yours alone to make. You are no longer just a thief. You are a revolutionary, armed with the most dangerous secret in the history of the galaxy. Vex offers you a path, a way to fight back, not with warships, but with truth. You must find others who have suffered under the court, the downtrodden, the forgotten, the species deemed unworthy or too slow. You use the stolen archive to find them. Worlds deliberately held back, civilizations whose potential was capped. You craft a message, not a broadcast for all to hear, but a targeted whisper, a key sent to a few chosen leaders, a key that unlocks a small, specific part of the archive, just enough to prove your claim, just enough to show them their own chains. The first to respond are the gelatinous sages of Ply, a species of brilliant philosophers. The court had confined them to their home world, deeming their abstract thoughts a destabilizing influence. Then come the cybernetic husks of the Unitary, a hive mind nearly erased by a court-engineered virus. One by one, the forgotten children of the galaxy answer your call. They are cautious, terrified. To trust you is to invite total annihilation. The remnants of the court still hold power. They have enforcers, hounds of the old order. To ally with you, humanity's pariahs, is an act of galactic treason. You offer them a simple choice: the familiar comfort of their cage, or the terrifying uncertainty of freedom. It is a gamble with the soul of their people. Many refuse you. The fear is too great. But some, the desperate, the angry, the brave, they agree. A secret alliance is born, forged in the shadows of exile, an alliance of the broken and the damned. You are their unlikely leader, a human data thief, and you are about to start a war against the gods themselves. With a fleet of forgotten relics and the power of a single idea, an idea whose time has come. The remnants do not sit idle. They are the hounds of the old order, and they have caught your scent. News of your secret alliance has reached them. They see your whispers as a direct challenge to their authority, a rebellion forming in the dark. They cannot allow this. Your truth is a plague, and they are the cure. They dispatch their enforcers, the legendary wardens, ships of black, non-reflective metal. They move without a ripple in space-time. They are hunters, silent, inescapable. Their crews are fanatics, beings who believe in the court's mission with absolute devotion. They are coming to silence you, to erase you and your fledgling alliance from history. You receive the news from Vex. The wardens are on their way, 3 of their capital ships, against your handful of repurposed freighters and cast-off science vessels. The odds are not just bad. They are comical. Your new allies are terrified. Some want to scatter, to run back to their cages and beg for forgiveness. The alliance is threatening to break before it even begins. You must hold them together. You must give them hope. You tell them that you have a plan. You will not run. You will not hide. You will face the hounds. You will make your stand at a place called the Ghost Star, a white dwarf surrounded by a dense field of crystalline debris, a place where sensors are useless, and where cleverness is more valuable than firepower. It is a desperate gamble, a madman's strategy. You are baiting a trap for predators who have never known defeat. You are taking your small, fragile hope and placing it directly in the path of an oncoming storm. Your crew looks at you. They see the fire in your eyes. They see a leader who will not yield. Against all logic, they trust you. The alliance holds, for now. The battle at the Ghost Star begins. The warden's ships arrive. 3 black daggers against the glowing dust of the nebula. They are confident, arrogant. They expect you to cower or flee. They do not expect you to fight. That is your first advantage. Their pride. Your second advantage is the stolen archive. You know their ships inside and out. You have their technical schematics, their energy frequencies, their command protocols. The hounds of the old order are about to be beaten with their own rulebook. You did not come here to outgun them. You came here to outthink them. Humanity's greatest weapon has always been its mind. You use the crystalline debris field as a weapon. You have your small ships fire their low-power lasers at specific crystals. You calculated the exact frequencies. The crystals resonate. They begin to vibrate. They create a focused beam of energy, a lance of pure light that strikes the lead warden ship. It bypasses their shields. Their own technology did not account for this. It was a branch of physics the court had suppressed. The lead warden ship is crippled, not destroyed, but blinded and confused. The other 2 hunters hesitate. Confusion turns to fury. They charge into the debris field, exactly as you predicted. You now use the archive's secrets against them. You broadcast a fake command signal, a high-level emergency code stolen from their own data. The code tells their automated systems to vent their engine plasma, a safety protocol for a critical meltdown. Their own ship's logic betrays them. Plumes of incandescent gas erupt from their engines, leaving them powerless, drifting. You have defeated the unbeatable hounds, not with a single shot from your own weapons, but with knowledge, with truth, with the very system they sought to protect. The truth becomes a wildfire. The news of your victory at the Ghost Star spreads. It travels on secret channels, whispered from one system to another. The invincible wardens, defeated, not by a great armada, but by a handful of exiles and outcasts, led by the data thief. The story seems impossible, but the evidence is clear. 3 crippled warden ships broadcasting a plea for help. This single act of defiance shatters the illusion of the Remnant's power. If the hounds can be beaten, then the old masters are not gods. They are merely jailers, and their walls are beginning to crumble. Species that were too afraid to join you now reconsider. The risk of rebellion suddenly seems less terrifying than the certainty of servitude. Your small alliance begins to grow. New ships arrive every day, fleeing their masters, seeking you out. They are not warriors. They are scientists, poets, farmers. They are the people the court deemed unimportant. But they are brave, and they are free for the first time in millennia. They look to you not just as a commander, but as a prophet. You realize the moment has come. The galaxy is balanced on a knife's edge. It is time to stop whispering in the shadows. It is time to roar. You need to tell everyone the truth. The whole truth. The great lie of the court. The secret of the ghost in the data. The story of their own imprisonment. You must give them a choice. Not as hidden allies, but as a united, galactic people. You plan your boldest move yet. You will seize the HoloNet, the primary communication network of the galaxy. It is controlled by the remnants, protected by their strongest firewalls. But you have the archive. You have the master keys to the entire kingdom. You have the truth. It is time to give it back to the people it was stolen from. You become a symbol of rebellion. You successfully hijack the HoloNet. Your face appears on 1 million screens across 1,000 worlds, on bridges of warships, in the homes of ordinary citizens, in the very throne rooms of the remnants. You are no longer just the data thief. You are the face of a revolution. You deliver your broadcast to 1 million stars. You do not shout. You do not make threats. You simply tell the truth. You show them the hidden algorithm from the archive. You show them the court's subtle manipulation of their histories, their sciences, their cultures. You reveal the great lie, the fact that their peace was a prison, their stability, a cage. You tell them about Vex, about the galaxy that existed before the court, a place of terrifying chaos, but also of limitless potential. You lay it all bare, the good and the bad. You do not offer them an easy future. You offer them a real one. You offer them the burden and the glory of true freedom, to choose their own destiny, for better or for worse. The broadcast ends, and the galaxy holds its breath. Then it erupts, planet by planet, system by system. The old order dissolves. Governments that were puppets of the court are overthrown. Statues of the remnants are torn down. Species declare their independence. The chains are broken. The cage is open. The galaxy is unchained, and it is terrified. Chaos reigns. The freedom you offered is also the freedom to hate, the freedom to make war, Ancient rivalries, suppressed for centuries, flare into open conflict. Alliances shift like sand. The stability of the old order is gone, replaced by a terrifying, beautiful anarchy. There are no more rules, no more guarantees, only choices. Some blame you. They call you the destroyer. They yearn for the simple certainty of their prison. They see the violence and the fear, and they curse your name. Others praise you. They call you the liberator. They embrace the chaos as the price of self-determination. You have shattered a galaxy, and now you must watch as it struggles to rebuild itself. You have become the most powerful and most hated person in the universe. You wanted to find a single truth. Instead, you have unleashed 1,000,000 of them, and each one is now fighting for its own survival. This new dawn is fragile, it is bloody, and its future is utterly unknown. The elder, Vex, contacts you again. Its mental voice is grim. There is no triumph in its thoughts. It tells you that your work is not done, that the greatest danger is yet to come. You have shattered the prison, but you never asked who the prison was designed to keep out. Vex reveals the final, terrifying truth. The court was not built just to control the young races. It was built to keep the galaxy quiet. The chaos of a free galaxy, the clash of fleets, the explosion of stars, the roar of industry and war, creates a signal, a form of energy that ripples across dimensions, a beacon, a dinner bell for things that lurk in the void between galaxies, a shadow from before time. Vex calls them the others, beings of immense power and unknowable hunger. They consumed Vex's original civilization countless eons ago. The first races built the court as a shield, a way to hide the banquet of a living galaxy from these star-born predators. They chose stagnation over extinction. They chose to be jailers rather than food. All your work, all your sacrifice, all the chaos and freedom you have unleashed. It has just turned on the lights for the real monsters. The collapse you triggered is a beacon calling them back. They are coming, drawn by the beautiful, terrible noise of a galaxy waking up. You fought to free everyone from a cage, only to learn that the cage was protecting you from the wolves. You are no longer the data thief. You are no longer the liberator. You are the founder of this new, chaotic era. The free galaxy looks to you. Your alliance, forged in truth and rebellion, is now the only thing standing between this new world and the encroaching darkness. The burden is immense, heavier than any accusation, heavier than any crown. You stand on the bridge of your ship, surrounded by your crew, by the representatives of dozens of newly freed species. They are all looking to you for answers, for a plan, for hope. You have no easy answers to give them, only a terrible choice: to face the coming storm together, or to be devoured alone. You gave them freedom. Now you must teach them how to defend it. You carry the burden of a new dawn. Humanity, the exiled, the pariahs, has become the unlikely leader of a free galaxy. Your quest for a small truth has led to the greatest responsibility imaginable. The age of the court is over. The age of humanity has just begun. And the universe will never be the same